Keren Baker here with you for another craft kit, and we're looking at number 19. Hopefully you will have seen some of the unboxing videos and you've seen the dies and the stamps and all the beautiful products that you've got. Today I am using some of the products that you get in the kit to create these super easy boxes. Now we're using the cardstock pack you get in the kit. All of the items, the only things that you might have to add from your stash might be a little bit of twine and perhaps a little bit of colouring mediums like Aquaflows. But these are super easy boxes. These boxes have no cutting whatsoever. So you can't make much of a mistake with them. It literally is done all with folding. So let's get on and let's see how to bake them. So to begin with, I'm going to be using the Moonlight and Rose pack of 6x6 cards. It's all mirror cards. Some of it is in high gloss and some of it's in a satin. You can see here some of the different colours. Okay, so those are the cards that I'm going to be using, and you're going to need some sort of either scoreboard or just a ruler and a scoring implement. So I'm going to take my piece of cardstock. You can see all the reflections in this, unfortunately, and my scoring tool, and I've put in here the pattern that we're going to create. Because it's quite hard to see scoring, I thought it's probably easier if you saw what I was doing with this. So to start off with, we're going to want to put our cardstock this diagonally, so you've got your points going this way to this way, and we're going to be wanting to score 1 inch either side of the center line. So if we pop it here, I'm going to do it with the cardstock facing down. So I'm just going to put it in a point. Make sure that your points are both lined up along the same line. It doesn't matter which one you do, you just need to use a center reference. So I'm using the 6 inch, and I'm going to do one line at 5 inches and one line at 7 inches. You're going to have to do it in the middle because obviously you've got the size of the card to factor in, so you can't do it at the beginning easily. So I'm just going to put one line down on the 5 inch and one line down on the 7 inch. It's quite robust card, so you can actually give it a bit of a good score. And then we're going to turn it around and do exactly the same again. So line my points diagonally. Make sure that they are lined up along the same line. Trust me, I've done it wrong plenty of times. And then you're going to go with 1 inch to the left of the center point that you've found, and then 1 inch to the right. So you've actually got 2 inch space between each line. Okay, so if you have a look here, what we've done is these score lines here. Now there's no reason why I've put different sort of dashes and dots and everything. It's just to show you the different stages that we're doing. So once we've done that, you can see, probably you can just about, no, it's going to be a nightmare to try and see this. So we've done those lines. Now we're going to do these bits here. So we're going to be going centrally down to the little point that intersects between the diagonal lines that we've already done. So we're going to pop our piece of cardstock, and you're going to have to try and center it between 2 points. I've just got mine here between the 2 and the 8th. So I know that the 5 inch is the line that I'm going to want to do. So just make sure it is, this bit here is quite important that you're accurate. Otherwise your points won't line up. So just carefully, and stop when you get to that little bit there. You don't want to go down into the center, and then the same at the bottom. And then we're going to turn it round, do exactly the same thing again. So line it up, make sure it's centered. I'm going to go with my 5 inch down to the point where those other points intersect. Whoops, it helps if you actually stay in your line. And then all the way down. So we've now got those little bits here. And be careful, if you go into that little bit, it's not going to matter tremendously because that actually is the base of the box. So you're only going to see it if you turn it over and look at the bottom. So the last bits that we need to do, assuming that you want to actually create the folded over bits. If you just want it to stick straight up, then you don't need to do these next bits. And all we're going to do is, again, center it so we know that we've got it straight, and we're just looking for a line. So both of these points here, we can put a score down. So we're going to do that one, turn it round. Just make sure each time you do it that you've got this angle. If you have it off slightly, you're going to end up with them not matching. So that's why I'm just trying to take a little bit of care to line them up, and then just move it back slightly so that I can put those little lines together all the way around. Line the third one up. You have to excuse the colour of my fingers. It is so cold in my house, and I think I've got a bit of ink on them. So I actually look like my hands are dying, but it's actually just a bit of cold and a bit of ink. Right, let's pop the third one there. Nearly finished. And the fourth one, and you can see how incredibly easy this is. I mean, you could do this with children, and what it means is that you've not got to do any cutting at all. So you've got very little to go wrong at all. Okay, so we're done. So we've done all of these steps. We've done these long ones, we've done the ones to the center, and we've done the edge ones as well. So all we need to do now is just fold them. So use your tool to burnish down. So I found it was easiest to do the long sides first. So just go and do the long edges, and then the opposite long edges. And then if you want to do these in preparation, it's easiest to get all your folding, all of the scoring done while it's flat. And then all we're going to do is, once we've done that bit there, I'm sorry about the glare, all we're going to do is we're literally going to just sort of press this in like that. Okay, so we're doing that, and then we're going to press the middle to make sure that is nice and tight, and then just go around. So you're just literally pushing with your thumbs downwards, and that will help create that fold. It is really simple to do. Once you've done it once or twice, you'll get really quick. And you can churn these off, and it's just a perfect size. Now, once we've got all of these folded, so we've got all of our bits folded like this, make your design decisions before you go any further. Once you've folded it up, it's going to be much more complicated to try and stamp on it. If you want to die cut on it, if you want to put the holes in here, do it all at once. So you can see here, the one that I'd stamped all over. What you're going to have to do is stamp at this point. I would recommend, particularly with mirror card, that you get something to take your static away. So if you've got any of the anti-static powder little devices, then use those, and just be aware of the direction that you're stamping on, because obviously like this, you know, you might start stamping and you're actually going to stamp the wrong way. You might decide that you're going to stamp like this. If you stamp this way, then it's going to be upside down when you come to put the box together. So just be aware of the direction that you're putting your patterns or your stamps, your sentiments on. So also at this point in time, the easiest thing to do is to actually punch our holes. So I've just got a little hole punch. If you are going to be really precise, then you would just measure. I'm just going to do this quickly so you've got an idea of what I'm doing. So punching all of our holes. Okay, so that's the box made. And if you get quick at these and do sort of batch making, you can do an awful lot of them really, really quickly. Now, all we need to do is to glue the box together. Now, to use that, I'm using the new glue tape runner that comes in the kit. This is really, really good. The easiest way of getting the top off, I tried pulling it. It's much easier if you just push it from the bottom or push it down from the top. We're good to go. There's about 8 meters of this on here. Now, what you're going to want to do is put some glue both on the outside and the inside. So what I'm going to do is do the same point all the way around, then I know I've got the right bit. So find the right side. You've got the glue. Let's see if you can see here. You can see where the tape is. That's going to go on the bottom. So we're just going to do that. So you're just pressing downwards. If you want, if you know the tape, the these boxes are going to get a lot of fiddling around with. You know, by all means use some double-sided tape, some red liner tape, but this should be okay. So I've done it on the same. And then what I'm going to want to do is take it over and then just do the same carefully on the inside, because the inside flaps need to go flat to the box, otherwise you end up with a load of flaps in the way. Okay, so if we got, obviously you'd be much more careful than me. So what we're going to want to do now is turn it over and then just meet the edges like that, and then the side, just push it down. So you're pushing the glue on the inside to the side. Same again, so we're just going to go around, meet the edges together, press them, push the back, obviously press the edges together like that. So you can see the boxes come together really, really quickly. There we go. So that's our box. Nice and simple. Anybody can make this. And again, you can tuck these edges in. You can fold them back and have them on the outside, or you can put them like this and secure them with some twine or ribbon or whatever you want. So the decoration is the fun bit. I'm just giving you really the basic idea for the box, and then you can go away and create some really beautiful things. This will be able to put sweets, various things in. If you wanted to create like a little hanger that had hearts or a little message, you could put that tied between little squares or little hearts in between some hearts with little messages on. That would look quite nice. So as you open the box, you could pull out a message. There's so much that you can do with it. I'm just going to show you this one. So I'll show you quickly how I did this. This is very, very easy. These boxes will be very quick to make if you just do some quite simple decoration with them. So I've got the two dies which I've used from the kit. Obviously you've got the outer die, the verso part, and if you cut them out, you're going to end up with these two sections here. So I've cut the outer and inner together in the white, and I've cut the outer in the maroon card which comes with the kit. So all we need to do is stick them together. Now when you're cutting and die cutting and sticking die cuts like this, often it's a real nightmare trying to stick them together. We end up, you know, putting glue on your hand and sort of pressing it in. Now the tool that comes with the kit, this Smooth Precision glue pen, is absolutely brilliant for die cuts like this that are a little bit intricate. Now when you take it off, you probably will want, I haven't got any spare paper here, you might need to get it going slightly. You would just press down and you'll see the glue will come through and you'll be able to see it come out. You just press it and move. If you have had it for a while and you haven't used it, occasionally what might happen is you get a little layer of glue forming over the top of the pen. So all you might need to do is just get your finger or a damp cloth or something and just gently stroke over the top, and any of the dried glue that's actually stopping it working will come off, and then you know you're good to go. So now all I need to do is just draw. And it's such a fine tip, it will get into really fine spaces. Let me just take that bit out of the way. So keep going. I'm just trying to be super speedy with this. Okay, so we're done, ready to go. So just position it over, and then you would just press it down and then leave it to dry. I've probably not put quite enough glue on, but it's more or less going to be sticking like that. So then how you decorate it is entirely up to you. I have got on this one here, I've just used the Aquaflow pens, and I've just scribbled a little tiny bit of blue, I think it was a turquoise colour, and then I've put on the drops that we get in the kit. You can see them here. These are the vintage drops, and this is Dusty Rose. Let me see if you can see it. There you go. Really, really pretty. If you want to create just it very, very simply, you can see here I've used some of the tiny gems that come with the kit as well. Now these are called Pure Sheen gemstones. It's the same colour but in 3 different sizes. Hopefully you'll be able to see these properly if you check out some of the unboxing kits on YouTube or have a look on Tonic's Facebook page. But hopefully you can see the 3 different sizes. There you can see the facets on them. They are really beautiful and sparkly. So that'll be something that will really add a little bit of glitz to your crafting. So you can see on this one, I just folded the edges down and then just popped one of the little gemstones on there. Now, if you wanted to put them together, they will actually work. Let me just show you with these two. If I didn't have those closed down, they will actually go over the top. So those, if you kept them from being stuck down, it will actually, I'll try with this one, it's the wrong way around, but you'll get a better idea. If you keep the flaps on, it actually fits really snugly together. So you could actually build several of these together. And if you wanted it, assuming that that was the bottoms, you'd have 2 bottoms like that together. And all you'd need to do, if you wanted it to be open, I would just put some glue on one of the edges, secure that down, and then it would act like a flap. So it would just open and close like that. So there are ways of building them up into sort of larger shapes than this. But hopefully that's given you a really good idea of some of the things that you can make. A really quick and easy box. I can't wait to see what other things you make with Craft Kit 19. Don't forget to post them, whether it's via YouTube, whether you're wanting to tag us on Facebook, the Tonic Facebook page, or on Instagram. We'd love to see what you create, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.